Aloha! Howdy, human. Welcome to 7 Days to Die with Master Onagi. As always, I recommend you speed up the video to 150% or up to 200 because otherwise it's a long ride, a long, slow ride. And I talk slowly, so for your mental health and my mental health, go ahead and just speed it up right now. I'll wait for you. Alrighty, now that we're all sped up and I can talk a lot slower, let's see. Last time we found the drop on top of Higashi Tower, which seemed to have swallowed up a whole bunch of other buildings right here. So Higashi Tower, there's a bunch of buildings here along the edges, and then Higashi Tower kind of just put itself in the middle of the buildings. They're like as if the building was teleported into the other buildings. I don't know what the story is with that, but I do know that we're going to have to clear the whole building, clear all the surrounding buildings, and then we're going to turn it into Castle Higashi. But we're not doing that today. We're probably going to do that after the next Horde Night, which, if my calculations are correct, and they're usually wrong, will be in 4 days. So we'll probably start that project around day 190 if the drop allows it. As for now, we're kind of just finishing off our little IDK base here. Trying to put in some stabilizing features and stuff. Now, I was thinking about this, and I came to the conclusion that we don't actually need these two pillars, right? Because everything can be supported off of those. So I'm going to take these out. I'm probably going to take out those cement blocks as well, and then we'll move this back one more, give us a little bit more space. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. But before I get to that, let's finish off this floor. So we got a couple hours before the drop comes, and we have to move on. Let's try and make use of that time now. So, how's your day been? Any interesting stories happening in your life? Not good, huh? Well, at least you're not living in a zombie apocalypse. So, it could be worse. You could be living this life. But this is not my life, this is just a dream. My reality exists in Sawblade currently, and it's sucky. Although, that being said, I'm doing alright. I'm surviving. I'm a survivor. I don't know how many times I have to mention that. Singing, not my forte. Probably shouldn't do it. Can't help myself. I'm human. Forgive me. Oh yeah, I did knock out the wall a little bit too much over here. It's fine, because I think I'll be putting a power station there. Whoop. Not what I wanted. I am kind of in the mood for an adventure, though. But the Higashi thingy is just way too big of an adventure to take on. So I'll just wait for the drop and we'll work from there, shall we? Well then, out of stamina. This sucks. How far back are we going? Pretty far back. And these, of course, are all like full supports as well. So, oh well, we got a lot to take out. Is this where we put in the corner piece? Not sure about that. Oh yeah, that's right, stamina. I'm wondering if I have some coffee here. I think I do. If not, there's always the creative menu. Excuse me. Seems as though I may have drank all the coffee. I find that strange and hard to believe. Oh wait, it might be over here. 2 more boxes. Oh yeah, because I moved all the raw materials over here. Nope. Alright, let's just grab some coffee. Call it a day. Coffee. Coffee, 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 coffee. Tea, tea. Let's take some tea as well. So we have something to counteract the dehydrating effects of the coffee, but also give us 40 stamina. You know, we've claimed a little bit, so I'll go ahead and use that up before I suck on some coffee. Or chug down some coffee, whichever expression floats your boat. Whatever tickles your fancy, as it were. Probably better to say tickles your fancy, because not everybody has a boat to float. You know what I mean? Like, a boat is a pretty rich thing. To spend money on something that, you know, you probably won't use a lot, I think that's the definition of being rich, right? Buy something you don't need. In reality, though, I would say probably if that was the definition of richness, then most people who own a car should consider themselves rich, because you only use your car about 4% of the time. Seems like a waste, too, to own a car. Like, you're only using something 4% of the time. You use your bed more than that. Jump. There we go. Nice and even. Alrighty. Indeed, we did not go back far enough. So let's take it to the limit. Actually, should probably watch out, because I don't want to go too far. I probably was able to hit that last one because I'm standing on this little lip. You'll find that you can hit 1 block extra if you come up against this corner and aim up. Gives you just that little extra reach. So hope I'm not going too far. No, it doesn't look like it. Looks like it's just right. Look here though. Nope. Yep. And one more. This one here. There we go. What's next? Almost. I was going to hit the glass there. Almost. The boring life of digging. I swear I do more digging in this. Like, in any game that I've played that is 7 Days to Die, I find myself constantly digging. Mostly with a pickaxe. But sometimes with a shovel. I was always concerned about drinking coffee over and over again, because there was a point in time when I was doing that and it wasn't doing anything for me. I wasn't getting the instant stamina boost, but they must have fixed that, because it's not happening now. I just chug coffee till the cows come home, apparently. I think you'd get a bit jittery after a while with all the caffeine. But then you have a cup of tea to calm your bottle of tea, sorry, to calm your nerves. Everything's all relaxed. Let's see now. What are we doing here? I'll say influencer, you know? It's a word that gets tossed around a lot now. An influencer. I always thought, as a human being, as an adult, that not letting people influence you is a good thing. Right? And the less people can influence you, the better. That you stand firm and fast in your beliefs and desires. That you work hard to achieve those goals, letting none tear you away from your prospects or darken your path. Ye shall succeed by the power of will alone, influenced by none, subject to nothing, free to do as you please. I'm free to do what I want any old time. Dude. Hey, am I breaking copyright if I sing the song? It's like, I suppose not, because then every cover band on the face of the planet would be sued. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. What if you do it better than the original? You know? I wonder if it would reach a point where, because your version is better, it's the only one that's remembered, and then you're just like, years later, after you're dead, and after the original singer is dead, and everybody who is associated with it is dead, but your rendition of the song is the de facto, like, known version. All right, so the question becomes, is that copyright infringement, or is that appropriation? But then again, here's the other question, is can you copyright your version of the song? Surely you can, because if somebody plays your version of the song with your voice singing, you can sue them. So obviously you can copy your version of the song, or copyright your version of the song. Which means, well, okay, which begs the question of, how is somebody copyrighted Happy Birthday, right? I mean, sure, they can't sue you for singing it to your 2-year-old, but you don't see any movies ever singing Happy Birthday. I don't think TV shows even will sing it because there's a copyright on it. But if you can copyright a version, like, or is it they've copyrighted the melody and the tune? I don't know. Can you copyright a melody and a tune? In which case, why aren't the artists copywriting the melodies and the tunes as well as their versions of the song? Would make more sense to ensure that they have full legal control over their property. But realistically, though, don't we all benefit if all of it is not subject to copyright? Why can I not jump? I got another jump! Wouldn't it be beneficial to everyone? Could take somebody's creation and make it better, create your version of it. And undoubtedly, though, there's certainly a market for knockoffs, right? Transformers had GoBots. I think Lego as well as being by Duplex. No, wait, that's a subsidiary of Lego, I think. But there is Mega Bloks, maybe? Is there such a thing as Mega Bloks? I do know that Lego has had to fight a lot for its copyright. And you know what? Don't copy Lego. Lego's cool. Lego's been around for a long time. Lego's part of my childhood. It's part of a lot of people's childhood. And frankly, should probably be part of every child's childhood. Smack in the face. That's what I get. Oh, wait. That means that this door is gonna, like... Yeah, look at this hanging from the ceiling. It's going to cut off part of the room. Maybe we can do something with that. Put a mural? Mural? I don't know how to pronounce that properly. I should probably look it up, but my friend would say, Siebes? Which also doesn't make sense to me. But then again, watching somebody else play a video game never made sense to me, realistically, until I became passionate about this game. Then I started watching everybody play. I still think it's freaky, though, that somewhere in this world, there's a crazy guy running around, and he has an accent, too, so read into that what you will. But he's got, like, helicarriers, and spaceships, and cannons, and artificial intelligence, and that dude's lying in a corner, talking to him. Hey, maybe he's delusional. Maybe that's his dream. Well, the question is, why didn't he make himself Superman in that case? Maybe that's my dream. Out of stamina once again. Drink the goldenrod tea, that it may restore your stamina and your sanity. Pretty good, huh? Come on now. Breaking the stone. I'm sure I saw some cartoon where they were breaking stone. Oh, I suppose I could go with hi-ho, hi-ho. Off to work I go, but... Here's a question. Did the 7 dwarves sing a song? Oh, is it... No. Whistle While We Work. Whistle While We Work. I think that was a song that they sung when they were mining. But of course, I have had the experience of being on the other end of someone whistling into a microphone. And unless you have a special microphone and you're adept at controlling the pitch and volume of your whistle for safety of your listeners' ears, I would recommend against it highly. Highly recommend against it. I cannot recommend against it more highly than this recommendation I present to you forthwith here. I highly, highly do recommend it. Alright, jump attack! Woo! Looking good, clearing it out. Let's build a wall. We need materials. So I got a little bit of time before the drop. I might just quit when it gets close, so y'all don't have to watch. Now, I say I quit. It doesn't mean I'm gonna go off and do stuff without you. No, it just means I'm gonna take a break and end the video, so it comes in a smaller section, and you can I think you can spare the time for that. The 2-hour-long ones, they might be just for truly dedicated people, such as myself. I would watch 2-hour-long or 1-hour-long intermittently. You know, watch a little bit, pause it, come back to it. Then again, I'm a person of extreme focus, and I do feel very passionate about this game, and not everybody may share that sentiment. And so, I concede, as I always do. That each person is a master of their own space and time. They should. Master it! Alrighty. Of course, this base is definitely a hiding base. It's not a combat base. This is a place to hide, to weather out the storm. You're not going to be facing a lot of zombies down here. Unless, of course, they bust through the bottom, which is the primary reason that I'm putting bulletproof glass down here, so that if they do end up breaking through, I can see them. They can't hit down, but I'm not sure about them being able to hit up. Right? I've yet to test that. This is going to be pretty far back. Right? Oh, well, he's got these supports, so it's alright. Okay. Oh, very, very good. We'll do some painting as well. Do I want to go deeper? I do probably eventually want to have a path down to bedrock, but I'm probably going to put that as far back as I possibly can. At least minimally 10 blocks, because I think that's the sight distance of a zombie, according to, I think it was Capo's testing that revealed that. Good man, Capo. Does a lot of testing. I still am developing my list of questions for him. I'm sure in previous videos I've asked other questions, but I can't remember them right now. I won't remember them ever, so maybe they'll come up again. Twitchy, twitchy. Let's just take care of this, because can't leave it unfinished. Alrighty. Looking alright here. We need to finish off the roof as well. So let's, we don't have a rotation for this. All advanced. We need a theme song for the rotation. Rotating. Rotation. Oh yeah, and now that I'm standing on something, I can probably fix these problems here. No, here's another one. Another two. By Jove. I don't know who Jove is, but that's an expression. Probably means something to somebody. Oh, it'd be terrible if an expression meant something bad to you, and everybody thought it was like a good expression. They kept on using it over and over again. Well, that would be irritating. Wait a second. Whew, I'm going to keep that revelation to myself. Don't want to irritate anybody. Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense at all. No, kind of makes sense. Alright. So anyways, how we're doing here. Let's put in the pieces here. The support beams. That's what I'm going to call it. Let's go with that. Support beams. That was 3, 4, and 5. I'm pretty sure this is not 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, I'm matched on both sides. That's pretty good. Oh, I impressed myself. So, what's in the corner over there, by the way? Is it glass or is it stone? Tell from this side. I think it's stone. So let's take it up this time. Hello. Alright, you know what? Leave it. Goody goody. Okay, those plates. I think it was that box. There we go. Guess what we should do is test this. Since we have stamina again, so I'm not very efficient when it comes to this game. Try to be more efficient in reality because so it makes a difference in the long run. It's like when two lines start off parallel and then one of them veers off even by a millimeter, and then like 10,000 kilometers later it's off by 10 meters. I don't know. I'm sure you could do the math on that and give a correct answer, but that's not the point. The point is, you know, little deviations at the beginning can make a difference, a larger difference in the long run. Yes, we whistle when we work. I don't even remember that song. I'm gonna have to. I would say I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch the movie, but that would probably be boring. So I will probably just look up the song and listen to it, or maybe a video from the movie of that song, because that'll be just enough nostalgia. Of course, children these days will grow up with a whole different um, set of movies that will. Okay. I'm definitely going to have to put in those plates now, because otherwise I will lose the hatches. So let's copy rotation here. Just looking at the clock there. And can't really... Cool. That's good. Now I could be free to break these things. Again, even those glass planes sitting there are considered full blocks when looking at it matrix style. It's like when my game glitched out and everything was signs. Some of those blocks weren't full blocks, but it doesn't matter as far as the computer is concerned. Could you imagine if all those signs were actually for the computer? It's like, no, not here. Don't let him go here. It's getting close to quitting time. It's 11:30. It's going to be 11:30 pretty soon. Hopefully I can finish just busting this down before that happens. I'd like to... Coffee! Quickly, man! Drink it! Let's finish this before the before we quit for the drop. I could use an auger, but it's It's loud and annoying. And yeah, you know what? I would totally use the auger if it would reload faster. Because seriously, I could probably reload my lawnmower or other similar equipment. I guess I don't really have a auger, but if I had one, I could probably reload it faster than this guy. I mean, we use it all the time, or I would use it all the time. So see how much digging I do. For sure I would use that thing the whole time, all the time. Okay. All right. So why don't I use rebar frames and then just upgrade them? Because I find it easier to leave the possibility to break it easier without the use of an auger. I mean, again, if I use the auger all the time, no problem, bring it on, right? But seeing as how I don't, let's do the support back here. Oh yeah, we didn't do the top, did we? No, we didn't, so that won't be considered a support. Can we do that? Running out of time, buddy. Copy rotation. I want to paint it before I put the roof in, or want to paint it before I do anything else, but not today. I can put it there, and there. Switch over, supports in. Good. Break. Almost there. You can do it. Yay. Yes. You kind of walk across. Alrighty. Let's take a little break. Step back. And I'll see you in the next one. I'm out, yo.